So, how to practice laughter yoga effectively? Laughter yoga is simple, yet it's incredibly powerful. And there are different ways that you can take your group into a session. The way that it boosts the mood, the way that it reduces stress, the way that it energizes the body. I love that there aren't jokes or comedy, but don't be afraid if you do feel something that is funny. Don't be afraid to say something that's fun. We are not opposed to jokes. We love it. What we say is we don't rely on jokes for the laughter. So no jokes are required, but if you have a few, then, give it a go. And sometimes it's actually, it's actually quite effective when the joke is shocking and people go, and then you can laugh for longer. You see, this is where you get to see laughter yoga at its best. But I want to just take you through the first few steps of how a laughter session looks. The first thing that we like to do is clapping and activating the acupressure points on the hands. And we do this with a certain chant called ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. So we'll clap, activating these acupressure points, clapping quite loudly. Ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho. It also creates this tingling feeling, and it is a surefire way of getting people out of their mind where they're thinking this is strange to laugh for no other reason. It gets them embodied, because when you're clapping and activating the body, even the sound almost in a way goes, hey, we are present, we are here, let's do this. And of course, when do we clap? We clap to applaud, we clap to celebrate. So clapping has this associated feel-good factor to it. So starting with clapping is fantastic. The next thing we like to do is to show people, because of all the laughter that we're doing, we want to break up some of the exercises with breathing in between. So the recommendation is to take 2 deep breaths through the nose, filling the body, and then exhaling completely. We tend to bend forward, exhale completely. I often like to use a big sigh, because most people are quite stressed, and when they come into the session and they can have that big, beautiful, audible sigh, it really is a great way to help you to relax. It increases the oxygen flow, helps you to get rid of that stale carbon dioxide, and of course also some gentle stretching, because as we get into the body, start moving, some people don't move their bodies very much. So as we start to do some stretches and leaning and things, this is the way that we get people loosening up a bit, and then we'll go into some of our playful laughter exercises. This is where the magic happens. And here's where we are engaging in intentional laughter. These exercises, this is where we make eye contact with people, and we encourage the group to make eye contact. If it's online like this, I'm looking straight at you, and I encourage people to look straight at people. And if they are online or on the phone, really look at that screen and make that connection. And if you are alone, don't be afraid to hold up your phone and do laughter with your phone. And also, of course, hold up a mirror. Look in the mirror, really see yourself. Not yourself with a view to being critical, but yourself with a view to saying, I've got you. I have to be your best friend. I am here to be your best friend, to be your biggest cheerleader, to say, well done, I know what you've been through, because it's a lot. I know that there's been pain. So if you can look in the mirror with a view to being supportive and encouraging and loving, and also when you see that person smiling back at you, it's a wonderful experience, I have to say. So we'll do things like, you can do a high five for yourself, greeting laughter. You could do silent laughter. Silent laughter always gets me cracked up into some real laughter. You could do milkshake laughter, or ha 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 ha, yeah. Cell phone laughter, hey, ha ha ha. Credit card bill, oh, give them money, bring them money. I don't have money, bring me money. So these exercises, these are the ways that we get creative, get playful. I've given you a few examples, as I say, in this course, and I love it. I love it when people can stack an exercise or make it more fanciful and just get really playful. The fourth step in a laughter yoga session is the laughter meditation. This is where, if there's anybody who hasn't had some laughter, will very often catch laughter in this place. And it's also the place, if there's any more laughter to come out, it's a good time for the last bit of it to flow. So what we'll do is encourage people just to freely laugh. It starts with gradient laughter, and we just keep building up the laughter. Ha 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 ha. And so we are really chortling, and at this stage, when you hear laughter and carry on with the energy in the group, it becomes quite difficult to stop laughing, actually. This is wonderful. This is where catharsis is. This is where the laughter is at its best, because here it is free flowing, it is genuine. Often there can be tears. You don't know why, because you are in this space where the limbic system is just surfacing there. My emotions are being here. I'm going between sad, happy, and this is okay. We want to hold space for all of our emotions to be present and evident. And the fifth part of our laughter session naturally would need to be a form of grounding, as we get people then to relax, 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 relax. Taking in a deep mindful breath. At this stage, you can very often be quite sweaty after all of that hearty laughter. Your cheeks are normally quite tingly after the broad smile. The heart feels full of glow and energy, and you feel awash with a sense of gratitude for the experience. It's really beautiful. And this, as we bring people down, we'll often do a yoga nidra or a body scan or some kind of relaxation, just to ground down and to come back to the present moment. This deep breathing gentleness, this enables us then to just reset. And as we arrive here in this place, we can then commit to the practice, engage in the whole body experience, practice with groups, set it up for the next time. And I always say, we don't force it. I never fake it, force it. No, I invite it. I invite you to connect to it. Connect to it. Let it come out. Just be playful, just be open, and the laughter will come to you naturally. I'm such a fan of it. I hope that gives you an insight as to what a session would look like. And I really encourage you to take this up as a practice for your own mental, physical, emotional well-being.